Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to bring you guys through an unedited morning routine, and what I mean by unedited is no crazy cuts, no me specifically moving the camera around to get the better angle, no me placing things down and trying to get the ASMR, just me doing what I'm already doing with the camera rolling. Of course I have to go back and somewhat edit it, but basically this is me doing what I'm doing with the camera rolling unedited as it can get, because as much as I love the aesthetics, I love making the aesthetic morning routine, I love watching the aesthetic morning routines. There's also something to be said for showing more realistic things and what my morning actually looks like without all the crazy cuts and ASMR and things like that. Now, I usually like to wake up somewhere between 5 to 6 a.m. every single morning, Monday through Friday. Recently, it's been a little bit after 6 because the cold and dark mornings have been killing me. I hate this time of year for that reason, but I would consider myself an early morning person. The first thing that I like to do every single morning is make my bed. I am a creature of habit. I like to be organized. I like to be put together. So I like to do the same thing in the same order every single day. Yes, I am one of those people, and making my bed always has to be the first thing. I just like it. It sets the tone for the day when everything is much more together. Now, after that, I will head into the bathroom, put in my contacts because I am blind as a bat, brush my teeth, and do my skincare. I would not consider myself much of a skincare girly. I was on Accutane in the past, so I've always been very, very picky when choosing what I want to put on my skin because I like to keep it as minimal as possible. I don't like to put a bunch of different products on. I used CeraVe for quite some time and recently switched over, maybe not recently, a few months ago to La Roche-Posay. I just use the cleanser and then the moisturizer, call it a day. That's all I use on my skin. Could I maybe start using more? Potentially, but for now, I like to keep it basic and simple. After that, I head out of the bathroom and into the kitchen, into my living room, and depending on the time of the day, a lot of times I do wake up when it is still dark out, but if it is getting light out or if it is already light out, I do like to open up all the blinds. I'm huge on natural light. I'm just such like a light makes me happy type of person. I love when it's sunny. I love natural light, so I always try to do that as much as possible. When I do head into the kitchen, the first thing I do is refill my water and hydrate. You get so dehydrated when you are sleeping because you are not drinking water for what? 7, 8, 9 hours, and I really do aim to get a gallon of water in every single day. So I'll refill and then just chug some water as much as possible before going in to make my coffee. Now, I have the same coffee every single morning. I always get questions about this. It is Starbucks cold brew that I buy at the grocery store, guys. I am not fancy, okay? It is the Starbucks cold brew. I usually use the Chobani sweet cream creamer. Sometimes I'll do the super coffee creamer. That one's pretty good as well. And then I will just pump some lavender syrup in there. I just get this off of Amazon once again. Nothing crazy. This is truly the highlight of my morning every single morning. I go to bed dreaming of having my cold brew, having my coffee. I love it. After I make that, I do start working. I love working in the morning. If I start work at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m., I feel so much more motivated, number one. Number two, I feel so much more creative. So this is when I like to get the bulk of my work done. I am an online fitness coach. If you guys are new here, I also do content creation, obviously, but my main bulk of work is with my clients, my fitness, my nutrition clients. So I will be doing check-ins at this point, weekly check-ins with my clients. I'll be doing client programming, putting in different workouts. I will maybe be editing some things for content creation, getting back to a lot of messages. Messaging people takes a lot of time. You don't think it sounds like work until it kind of is work. Doing emails, putting up Instagram stories, as you can see me doing right here. So different things like that. And I will do this for a few hours in the morning. Like I said, every single day I wake up at a different-ish time, but this is what I like to do all morning long. Depending on the day, I will sometimes just take a break from work, eat breakfast, and then go back to work. Other times, I will just go straight to the gym after I eat breakfast. So this morning, I'm making breakfast and then just heading straight to the gym. Now, it should be no surprise to anyone that is not new here, but we are making protein cream of rice. This has been my go-to breakfast for a year now. I will sometimes switch it up. I always come back to this. It is my absolute favorite. It's so tasty and perfect for a pre-workout breakfast since it is very fast digesting. I get questions all the time about how I make this, so I'm going to walk you guys through it now since you are seeing me actually do it. So I always go in with 1/4 cup cream of rice. I know it does not seem like much, but I promise it will volumize up. You're going to do 1 cup of water or just a little bit less than 1 cup of water. Then I pop it in the microwave for 90 seconds. I know it seems like a really long time, but just trust the process. When it comes out, you want to stir it up. It's going to be a little bit watery, so just stir it up until that water is kind of off and mixed in. It should be like a thicker consistency at that point. Once I have that proper consistency that I want, I will go in with 1 scoop of protein powder. The protein you use, guys, will make or break your protein cream of rice. I do work with Legion. You can use code LASER if you do want to save my last name. I am not just saying this though. It is the only brand of protein that I've ever actually loved the consistency, love the taste, and it still has great macros. The cinnamon cereal flavor is my favorite for mixing into cream of rice. It just tastes so good, and it's not a very overwhelming flavor, which I really like because then I can kind of top with any fruit. Topping wise, I'll do different fruit. I did frozen raspberries today, honey, cinnamon, jazz it up. It doesn't have to be cream of rice, okay? A beautiful, beautiful bowl, and it's just so simple to make. Every single morning, I do also take my probiotic with breakfast. I've been taking this now for, I want to say, about 6-ish weeks. If I forget to take it with breakfast, I'll just take it later in the day with my other supplements that I do have to take, but I try my best to take it with breakfast. At this point, I will usually start getting ready for the gym if I am ready to take a break from work, if I'm done with some of the work that I needed to get done. So every single day is a little bit different in terms of what time I do get to the gym and do start getting ready for the gym, but it's usually somewhere between 9 to 10-ish a.m., like I said, depending on the day. I do usually prefer to go to the gym at a later hour just because it's emptier and I do need to film while I'm there as well, so it just makes my life easier. I love throwing on a podcast while I am getting ready. Habit stacking, guys. Don't just sit there in silence. Listen to something to better yourself. Now, sometimes I am bettering myself. Sometimes it is a nice inspirational podcast, self-development. Sometimes I'm listening to The Real Housewives. Balance, of course, but I do love to listen to a podcast during this time every single day. That way I listen to at least one podcast per day. When it comes to getting ready, I do like to keep things simple. I will throw on some tinted moisturizer, maybe some lip gloss, mascara, depending on the day if I need to film, but I just like to keep things basic because A, I don't really know how to do makeup, and B, I just don't like the feeling of makeup on my face when it's sweating off. Personal preference, it's just kind of what works for me, so I like to keep it nice and simple. After I'm done with all of that, getting changed, popping the shoes on, I just pack up my gym bag and go head to the gym. I usually do have to pack up my gym bag every single day because I'm extra and have the world's biggest gym bag. It looks like I'm going on a trip when I head to the gym, but I got the camera, I got the barbell pad, water bottle, beats, there's a lot in there. So that is my routine. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I hope it was nice to see something a little bit more realistic from myself and kind of see what a normal routine looks like. Bye, guys.